Hello and welcome to part 8 of my Championship Lode Runner video walkthrough here on YouTube. In this video I will complete levels 36 through 40. Level 36 has a cute design, though the timing puzzles aren't terribly profound, and you can trap the enemies early on. Level 37 is a castle with some entertaining clever misdirection. The enemies can trap you at the bottom if you're not careful too. Level 38 is a mammoth level with a chest you must get right away and all manner of false floors. The strategy for clumping all 5 enemies is unusual and intricate, and sometimes you'll have to fake out one who escapes. Level 39 is the second level with a rabbit-shaped layout, and figuring the solution where you sweep from right to left is satisfying. Level 40 is a clever one that looks symmetrical but requires 2 slightly different solutions. This is a cute little level with nice design. It's not too tough. But you can see I made some slip-ups while I ran through. Here, you see what I did? I brought the enemies down to my level and then dug my way out of the wing. I went up one and then down one so they came around. And they are trapped now. If I only trapped one, I could have trapped the other in the left wing as well. And there's nothing too hard about these 2 gold chests. Just make sure to dig on the right-hand side to get out. And now I'm going to have a bit of a brain fade where I think I need to go back into the right wing and quickly dig and then dig right to get the gold chest, but I actually don't. This next part you need to dig, run to get the gold chest, and then run back out. Here you saw me dig right of the rope and then below the rope to get the upper stuff on the right hand side, and I'm going to use that 2 dig pattern again. Dig, drop, dig left, and then I wasted some time there. I could have just gone up on the rope, but there's no risk and there's no rush. So we'll get this, and now we have one final trip. You can see that I dug to the left and at the gold chest, went left onto the one high ladder, dug left. And it's useful to fall off instead of climbing back down the ladders. And here I'm going to try to run right, but I'm going to get intercepted by the other guys, and so I just run left. This is a pretty low-key level where the timing puzzles aren't too bad once you bury the enemies in the wings. Dig 2 bricks down, drop to get the chests, then lure the enemies in and dig your way out. Just don't dig the right side of the right wing. That's the only way to get stuck. Getting the chests makes the enemies wait a bit, so that once they're in, they shouldn't get out. Once done below, you can take the end-of-level ladder opposite them, but if they're in different wings, you will need to be very quick or have to dig to get past one. This is another cute-looking level, and it has a few tricks. The main thing you want to avoid is letting the enemies get on either side of you. Wherever you are. Having one on the left edge and one on the right edge is kind of fatal if you need to fall down to the bottom. Here I'm sticking the enemies in the ramparts, and then I'm dropping down, and at least one of them will be trapped for good. And I figure while the enemy is on the other side, I will just keep digging to right of the ladder, and then I will dig 1 right, and that will allow me to get the first gold chest. And from this ladder here, I could really dig on either side to get out. I'll get that gold chest. And now the gold chest into 3 wide is the trickiest because those single holes make it impossible to get there safely. So you have to guess where the false floors are. I forget when and how I figured it out. But here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see, oh, is there a false floor off to the right? And it turns out there is. You can see the enemy running, and they will see the ground, so you fall through, you cross your fingers, hope something's there. And there is also something there in the 3x1. I know I got distracted a lot thinking, oh, I have to dig either the right or left side of it. And it took me forever, and then I saw the enemy falling down. I thought, oh, I bet I can jump on them, and then hopefully figure out where the false floors are. Without too much trouble. So here we dig 4, then 3, then 3, then 2, then 1, and that will give us a 2x1 platform where we can safely dig down and get the gold chest in the L. And with the enemies both trapped on one side, I did check before I started this, it's no problem to get upstairs. And I forgot that I could just go up that third ladder on the left to the next level. I just saw the higher level ladder on the right and went for it. So, oops. Let's start with the easier bits. When playing, it looks like you can dig straight down from the left ladder and walk in to get 1 gold, but the false floors in the left prevent this, which maybe shooed me away from an easier solution than in the playthrough. That's to dig 2-1-1 from the top of the left ladder using the rope. The lone false floor just right of the 2-high ladder is only a minor nuisance. It forces you to exit by digging left of that ladder. Note whenever you get a gold chest inside the castle, you'll want to make sure enemies are not on either side, or you'll be trapped at the bottom. Getting the center gold, digging 2, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1, and then 1 from the ropes, should be pretty clear from the playthrough, but the rightmost gold is tricky. Note first you may wish to dig an enemy in the right ramparts to get the center gold, then the left and the right for the right gold, digging the right enemy out so you can fall on them through the sequence of false floors. But how do we know that false floors are there? This isn't a foolproof, but I hope it makes sense. Note first if you just appeared in the 3x1 chamber and there were no false floors, there'd be no way out. Even if you fell onto the rope below on the right, you'd have nowhere to dig. So you'd have to dig to 1 square left or right of the 3x1 chamber. It looks like the left might be possible, but the window 1 up and 4 left of the chest makes it hard. Also, the 2 windows above it mean you can't dig a lot above and make a very wide pit. You can only get to a 3 wide pit, which goes to 2 and then 1 when you're 1 above the chamber, so you just miss. You can see something similar for the right, as you'd need to dig 3 squares right of the window, 3 up and 1 right of the chest, but you can't get to the square 3 right of it. Fortunately, the actual solution isn't too bad, but you may have to try things without a walkthrough. Since you have a few lives to waste, you can check off which bricks aren't false floors, but I think I may have solved things by accident early on, by staying on the bottom and watching a regenerating enemy fall through the long sequence of false floors on the right. Then I crossed my fingers hoping for more false floors so I could get out. Thankfully, they were there. Okay, first things first, we want to drop on that guy to get the gold chest under the cement, and now we wait a bit for the enemies to get in position where we can lump them together on the left. And the basic theme here is that we want to lump all 5 guys together if we can, but if we can't, lumping 4 together is pretty good. And here, what's happening is I'm going up the stairs and I can move everybody off to the left, but the problem is they don't all go up that stair to the left. So we need to kind of cajole them into that. And here I did so. The trick is to get them on that little cycle where we have the ladder and the 2 false bricks, but it's not easy and it doesn't always seem to be exact. So you can see here I'm going to the upper left and digging down 2 and 1 to the right to get those tough gold chests on the left ledge. And you can see that one enemy is coming around to bug me and to play a little defense, but they're not too bad. Now, I don't want to drop to the left on the bottom while they are to the right of me, but I can, okay, there we go. That puts them on the left. We can just continue digging to keep them there whenever they appear, or we can just clear out the right part here. You'll also notice it's a lot easier to get 4 guys stacked up on that left ladder than the 5th. You don't have to twiddle between, I'm not sure how it happens, but it's between the 2nd and 3rd. You have to get the enemies where they think they're going to fall and see you horizontally. So that is the 3rd rung of the ladder. And I know from experience that if I'm out of ideas, then I just go and pick off a gold chest on the right. I whiffed there. It's usually a good idea to focus on 1 gold chest at a time. got one. That's pretty good. And now I will get this other one where, fortunately, I'm able to loop around to the upper right, even though I missed it. And now we need to bring the enemies back again. What I should have done here is gone immediately over the two gold chests that are together. Actually, going to the top is quite good. But yeah, I didn't want that enemy taking the gold chest. And now when you're close to the end, you can actually bring everyone off to the right. One problem is that somebody might be carrying a gold chest that you'll need to pick up, but that's not too bad. You have a certain amount of safety on the left now, and I got them to release the gold chest at the top of the ladder, and now I'm just picking off gold. And I really, again, should have dropped onto the gold chest. That would have been best. I finally did so, and now we need to bring the guys left. And if they did not release a gold chest, I could just, release them left and then jump over them to the right, and keep doing that until someone released their chest. The false floors right of the cement mean you have to get the chest below the cement first and quickly. Also, you may be able to guess the leftmost false floor exists, as otherwise you couldn't reach the two chests on the left ledge, but it's nice the level editor verifies this. A lot of the other false floors either help or hinder getting a bunch of gold chests at once. So you really do want to fall on a gold chest whenever you're not sure, so a trip up is not in vain. Probably the trickiest ones are on the 4x3 block right of the lower left ladders. I've wound up trying to walk over to them and forgetting about the false floors on the blocks left. The most useful false floors may be the two in the lower left. You want to stack all 5 enemies on the ladder in the lower left, but since it's only 4 units high, one enemy won't climb a ladder unless you go 2 up and then 4 up to make the enemies fall onto the false floor, pushing the others up. Sometimes this only sticks 4 in the lower left, but you can always outwit just 1 on the right. With patience, you can also start in the lower left, then loop up and right on the ladder and bring all 5 over to the right. You do want to keep them together though, so they don't trap you from each side, wherever you put them. Twiddling your ladder height when on the right to stick the enemies in the left is tricky, but thankfully you don't have to be perfect. Just know you can lead them around, even if it may take a while. Okay, let's knock out the gold chest on the right first. We will dig up and left of it, get the robot to fall in, then get the robot to slip left and under, so now we can fall onto the robot and get that first gold chest. Now we go to the top and we fall in, but first we do a 4-3-2-1 dig so that we can pick off the 2 gold chests on the right 2x1 ledge. We get another chest, and now we are going to drop onto the 6 wide platform and just wait for the enemies to fall in. There's going to be some RNG here where eventually they will reappear in the right. It's going to take a while here. If you remember, I'm recording after I played through, so it's going to be a slight nuisance, but nothing too bad. If we don't eliminate both enemies, then one of them will get stuck in the lower left of the structure, and that will be a problem when we go back up to get the 2 gold chests on the 2x1 ledge on the left. You can see the lower left wasn't too bad either. You just get on the ladder, dig first and second brick, wait, dig the third, then dig over the gold chests. Then here, another 4-3-2-1 dig. We get the gold chests and we dig our way out, a 2-1 dig, and then we go to the top. We don't need to worry about the enemies on the right. The end of level ladders are cute encouragement, but don't help or hurt. It's also good to know that there are no false floors here, and there's no particularly tricky digging. You'll probably be able to see the 4-3-2-1 dig to get the gold above the eyes of the rabbit. I like how they place the cement above the gold chest to force you to find a different way than usual to pick it off safely. Okay, in this level I waste a bit of time. I should go to the right immediately, but here I dig the enemy and I don't even trap him. And then I decide to put him on the right, and I want to drop him in the left here, so that's what I'm trying to do. And there we go. He's going to get the chest, and then the floor is going to eat him up. So here I just start digging down from the center of the structure, bouncing between the two high ladders to dig between them, and now he's going to get eaten up. And I can walk around the enemy here. And I don't know why I dug those three top floors when I could have just dug right from the 3 high ladder and then just dug left, dug right, and so forth to get to the bottom. This time I'm going to get the gold chest, and if I had gone right first and left, you can see that I would have gotten to the ladder to the next level pretty easily, but as it is, it's not too bad. There are no end-of-level ladders or false floors here. It seems like maybe we could hope for some after we get the left chest, but since nothing appears, we need to find a new way. Drop the enemy in the lower left, then dig down to the square left of the left pit, then go to the bottom ladders so the brick swallows the enemy up. On the right, we don't need any ladders, we can just dig down 3 left of the right ladder. That's all there is to this video. Thanks for watching through, and if you enjoyed this enough, giving a like or subscribing if you haven't already goes a long way in encouraging me to share more videos of fun games you may want to revisit or didn't realize you missed. See you next video.